Hello, I'm doing this video to say why I'd like to see a football stadium where Endcliffe Park is. I'd like to see a football stadium where Endcliffe Park is because there's a lot of space. Yes, it might be controversial. Yes, there's a cafe. Yes, you can go for walks. I understand that, but there's a lot of space, and there's a lot of space, and I think it would be great to see a football stadium like in Ecclesall. Do you know what I mean? I think Ecclesall I think it deserves a football stadium. I think it deserves it. There used to be a lot of restaurants what were around, but listen, at the end of the day, yeah, no, there's a lot of restaurants that were around, but all of a sudden now things are starting to shut down. And I just think if you had a football stadium, I know, listen, I might be overly, do you know what I mean? Listen, yeah, I might be unrealistic what I'm saying. So, listen, I'm probably gonna get people like my friends coming back at me saying, "Sam, what a stupid idea! This is a stupid idea, Sam. It's not going to happen. Sorry, Sam, it's never going to happen." But listen, Ecclesall, Endcliffe Park is an incredible area. You have to look at the vibe. It's got a great vibe about it at Ecclesall Road. I think Endcliffe Park, it deserves a football stadium. And, people are going to say, how's it going to affect the cafe? Listen, it shouldn't affect the cafe at all. Listen, Bramall Lane, it's got stuff around it. You know what I mean? It's got things around it at Bramall Lane. Listen, it's got a fish and chip shop nearby. It's got a hardware shop nearby. It's got an Aldi nearby. Do you know what I mean? Is it Aldi? Yeah, it's got Aldi nearby. It's got London Road nearby. I understand this. I understand that. But what my point is you could definitely build, like, you look at the grass, right? For instance, you look at the grass, yeah? You look at the grass, yeah? And you look at all that space is now. I know people do things there. I understand that. I get that. Same as Grace Park, you know what I mean? Same as Grace Park, yeah. Mearswood Park, I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if you could have a football stadium in Mearswood Park. Okay, I'm not sure. But Grace Park and Endcliffe Park, I think it's possible. I do think it's possible. Because of the size, do you know what I mean? Because of the size of it. Now, it does cost a lot of money, I understand that. And it might need some entrepreneurs, some really, really rich people. Do you know what I mean? It's going to need somebody who's got a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how much money the council have got. I don't know. But if there's a businessman out there who's got loads of money and who wants to, do you know what I mean, make Ecclesall better, and same as Grace Park, make it better. Do you know what I mean? I mean that it would be incredible. I think it would be incredible. Now, I get there's reservations I get there might be some reservations from some people. Like, yeah, I get that there might be some reservations about it. Listen, I completely understand. I get both sides of the story. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing a video here. Just, do you know what I mean? Just saying what I want to happen. Listen, I'm just saying that it would be nice. What I'm saying is, I don't think it's an impossible thing to happen. I don't think it's impossible. Now, in previous years, I have been unrealistic. Now, I used to put fish and chip shop on the list, and I put nightclub on the list, and I think that was unrealistic. What I will say is I am being serious on this matter. Yeah, I am. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at from my point of view. I'm looking at the space in Endcliffe Park. I'm looking at the space in Grace Park. Now, in the top entrance, you've got the cafe. But and at the bottom you've got the duck pond. So, okay, maybe not the duck pond, you know what I mean? But what I'm looking at and what I can see is there's the space. So there's loads of grass, and which goes right down to the bottom. In fact, it might even go a little bit further. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm looking at all that space, and in Endcliffe Park as well. I'm looking at all that space now. I know that they do have a fair thing. I know that they have a fair thing. So, if this was to happen, do you know what I mean? Would it affect the fair thing? That's my only thing, which I'm not sure about. But do you know what I mean? The rest of the time, listen, I get that people hang out in Endcliffe Park. I understand that. But if you want to make, do you know what I mean? If you want to make Endcliffe Park better, make Ecclesall better, and Grace Park better. I mean, what way to build a football stadium? Now, it's going to take it would take a long time to build, and you got to get, do you know what I mean? You got to get architects in, like for Everton's football ground. You got to get architects in to draw up a plan. But I mean, I'm looking at Bramall Lane, for instance. I'm looking at Bramall Lane, and listen, it is a big ground. Do you know what I mean? It is a big ground. But I'm looking at, in a way, how can you get more people in the ground? How can you get more people in it? Do you know what I mean? Because I suppose you could maybe expand the ground. But the thing is, what if the ground, what if you can't expand it? That's the point I'm making. This is why I'm talking about the greenery in Endcliffe Park, Grace Park. I'm looking at also for I'm looking at the transport as well. Now, the transport is good. I suppose the question is, where would home fans and where would away fans go if they would go? Do you know what I mean? If they were going to go to the pub, I suppose that may be the issue. Do you know what I mean? I suppose that could be an issue. But you've got the Nursery Tavern further down the road, so fans could go there. You've got the Porter Brook. You've got Porter Brook pub. So, listen, let me know what you think. Am I being unrealistic? Do you know what I mean? Am I being unreasonable about this idea? So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Don't don't send me a message on Facebook. Sorry. No, don't write a comment and don't comment on the video, because listen, I don't want comments on this video, yeah? But just let me know what you think, all right? Just let me know what you think, and I'm happy to take suggestions. I'm happy to take ideas. I'm happy to listen to what you've got to say. Yeah, I'm happy to listen to what you have to say. This is just like an outline of, do you know what I mean, of what my vision, of what, listen, it's an outline, just how can we make Ecclesall better? How can Ecclesall be even better? And how can Norton be even better? And this is my suggestion of potentially maybe building a football ground, either Endcliffe Park or Grace Park. Now, I think, just let me know what you think anyway. Let me know what you think. But personally, if it were me, I think maybe Endcliffe Park would be better, personally. I think the transport up to Norton is not the best. Like, for instance, I look at the transport in the evenings. Now, there's not many buses in the evenings. That's the thing I will say. There's not many buses in the evenings. Whereas it, like for instance, from like Ecclesall Road, you've got buses, like you've got regular buses. Now, I understand, and it's the thing, and listen, it's also the same issue as well for Bramall Lane. Do you know what I mean? The buses on Sundays are not reliable. So listen, it would be the same. It would be the same issue. It would be the same issue. But what I can say is that you could walk, like, for instance, you could like live in town, and listen, you don't have to take the bus. That's the thing about Ecclesall Road. You don't have to take the bus to for Ecclesall Road. You could walk it. Like, for instance, like, you could walk it. I mean, there's houses nearby. You could walk it, and it would not take long. So, yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm happy to listen to your ideas and to what you think, to what you think of this idea that I've suggested.